Welcome to another video. So, thank you guys for coming back to my channel and watching these weekly updates and just trading vlogs, honestly. Like I posted a short today. I don't know if you guys watched it, but it was due to my mistakes, my of me, not even mistakes, because they were some of them in fact were intentional. I just I mean, in a way, it was intentional, but I'll tell you guys a little bit more about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I also want to thank whoever is giving me feedback on my YouTube videos. Um, Realistically, I'm not even sure if, I'm speaking too slow or too fast, but I'm glad somebody pointed that out. It's almost like when somebody points out your weakness, or point someplace in your, you know, in whatever you do. Pointing out your weakness, all it does is makes you stronger in that area. So I'm glad somebody said that I was speaking a little bit too slow in my previous videos. Um, so hopefully I don't speak too fast for you guys because I would hate to speak too fast for you guys, honestly. Now, I want to jump straight into trading view because I actually, let me at least explain. I'm going to pull up TradingView and then I'm also going to explain NZDJPY because this is actually a big trade that I've been trying to catch for the longest. I've been trying to catch this since last week. And as you can see, this trade is a potential 1 to I think 24. It's a 1 to 23. So this is a 1 to 23 trade potentially. Hopefully I'm not speaking too fast because this is what I didn't want. I know when I speak fast, um many people might not even, catch what I'm trying to say. And I say things that are genuinely important. Like the way that I speak, the specific words that I use. I'm in sales. My background is sales. So I've been trained to use specific words. And if you don't catch on to the word that I'm saying and using in my sentences, and you can probably miss uh an important key, like whether it's a phrase, it just could be a lot of valuable information when I use my words. Like I don't speak for nothing, and I genuinely don't waste my time. You know, time is money. Like if you look at, I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you look in the back, I've got a time is money frame on my wall. I've got, let's see if you guys can see this. Uh, where is it? I don't even know. Like I should have like a money mat in here. Uh, oh, here it is. Time is money. Literally everything. Like I even got a money pillowcase. Money pillowcase. Even my pillowcase is money. But yeah, I mean, we can make what do you call it? Let's just dive right in. Enough talking because price is moving and the sooner I can post this, the sooner you guys can see what I see. If you guys see what I see, then you have a chance to actually catch this opportunity. And I mean, I might even think of creating like a Telegram or like a community, a free community, so that you guys can be part of it, so that I can share my ideas, so that you guys can see what I see at the same time, and so that you guys don't really miss out on the opportunities that I get into. Because the type of opportunities that I get into, being that they're swing trades, I'm looking for at least a 1 to 2. But sometimes the trades that I also get into could play out with up to like 1 to 24, 1 to 25, just like this NZD JPY pair that I'm sharing with you guys right at this moment. So a couple things happened to me for me to have to do the 50 push-ups that I posted on my shorts on this YouTube channel. Um, I wouldn't really, I mean, there were mistakes, and what I can say about the NZD-JPY pair is that which led me to have to take the 50 do the 50 push-ups, breaking my trading rules, is that I re-entered NZDJPY more than two times, which goes against my trading rules. Um, so more than two times for the directional bias to catch the move. If I go into the trade more than two times, going against my or going with the direction, um, then that means that I'm going against my plan. I'm breaking my rules, which means that is equivalent to 50 push-ups. Not only not only did I do that, but well, I want to explain it first. So first one, the reason was because I got stopped out, which is understandable, because you're not gonna get you're not gonna win every trade. You might lose more most of the times. I think you would agree on this too. Most trades that we all take as traders um get stopped out. So I respect getting stopped out, which is also why I have proper risk management. So with me risking 5%, in order for me to blow the entire account, I would have to lose 20 times, yeah, 20 times in a row. So, and that's like very unlikely, especially for me being I don't want to say 6 years, but I would probably say 6 years. I probably just go with 6 years because it's been on and off for 6 years that I've been in the markets. I dedicated about 4 years out of the six to insurance, which now we're here. But so yeah, first one was reasonable. I got stopped out. Second time, I withdrew from the trade because I was in my car driving. I looked at price. It retraced, and then I started thinking in my head that I don't know why, what made me think that the 4 hour time frame switched from bearish to bullish, but for some reason I thought that price on the 4 hour time frame was bullish, which it's still bearish, and I can show you guys. And the third time that I came out of the trade was I didn't intentionally come out, but the spread took me out once I did the re-entry on the third trade with NZDJPY. Now, I did enter a fourth time because the spread was unfair. And yes, I could just walk away from the trade, but this is not one of those trades that you just step away from because of the amount of reward. And I'm not saying this just to blow smoke. Like if you can see, like the entry that I just got from it retracing back to this zone right here, this is a get this right. This is a supply zone. Should probably make this red. So once it's above, this would mean it is a supply zone output. And I pay attention more on zones, because when I was paying attention to like ICT, fair value gaps, imbalances, I still saw that price would come back to the supply zone and whatnot. So instead, I just focus on zones because it's more respected. It's way more respected than fair value gaps, imbalances, Baker blocks and whatnot. So yeah. And as you can see, I re-entered in the supply zone. And I can prove to you guys that I entered in the supply zone getting this perfect entry here, not, and your entries don't even have to be perfect because the first time that I entered this trade was all the way down here and my stop loss was up here. So this was the first NZD/JPY pair position that I took, which got stopped out. I still have the metrics here. It was going to be a 1 to 6. Now the second time I entered, it was around here where I think it was a 30-minute time frame once that shifted, or maybe it could have been 15 minute. I honestly don't remember. I think it was 15. When the 15-minute time frame closed bearish around this area, I got in. But like I said, the I did get out unfortunately because for some reason I was just driving at a red light. I was in front of this gas station at this red light. I look at my phone, I open up TradingView, and I'm like, wait a minute. The 4 hour time frame is bullish. So why am I selling? I took myself out so quick, and it was because also too it was retracing. But and I normally don't get affected by I normally don't get offended by these retracements because I've conditioned my mind so that I can conduct my trades, or conduct my emotions when I get into these positions to where I'm not emotionally attached um to the retracement. I really normally don't even care about the retracements. But for some reason, I thought that the 4 hour time frame was bullish. But the 4 hour time frame is still bearish. The only reason why, and like this is the thing, when you're looking on your phone and you can't see the bigger picture, you can start messing up with your psychology can mess up. But because I didn't see the right hand side where it said 4 hour high, I figured price was bullish on my phone. Now, luckily, I was able to see this right here, this supply zone, and re-enter and get an even better risk to reward. So instead of risking, what is it? I think it was like $8 or $9 for a potential $106. This one is risk the same amount for might even be less than I'm risking, honestly. For a potential gain of 160, which is that's that's 100% of the account. Like my account's equity is around like 130 right now, 140. So it's more than the equity that I would be profiting. I don't know. I don't know if you I hope people understand where I'm coming from. And this is I mean, honestly, it just speaks for itself. I don't even have really much to say. So that's NZD JPY, AUD CAD. Before I even move off of NZD JPY, I really want you guys to see that, I'm in this trade, I'm locked in, and this is literally the last time I'm entering this trade because I've been in this trade for since literally last week, and I got taken out this week, and which again, I'm not, it's okay, but here we are. So I'm gonna show you guys my trade locker, and as you can see, I entered right within the supply zone. Um, yeah, so this is my supply zone, and then you can see my risk is about 6.97. If I d- I had to get it as close as I could to 5%. The closest I could get it to was 697. Because if I did one, what is it? One lot size lower, I think this is a what, point oh 0.03? Oh, this is not even a point oh 0.03. This is a 0.35. If I did a one lot size less than the 0.35 that I have in right now, then I would be at about 3% of risk, and I'm not risking 3% for this big move. This is a reasonable move, especially because it came back to the supply zone. And when it comes back to the supply zone, essentially what that is I'll show you guys. Essentially what that is the wipe off. That's this right here. Okay, it looks way better here. So you can see the buying climax, right? So the buying climax is right here. This is the buying climax. So now then it drops, right? And then after it drops, after price drops and consolidates, price then takes people out, right? They take people out from the low, push up, take people out from these highs, fail, right? It fails, and then starts starts plummeting. Excuse me. So this is what I think is happening right now. And if this isn't what's happening right now, I lose $9. If this is what's happening right now, I gain 169. Hold up. I gain more than 169. Because if we're considering this low getting taken out, that means we have more opportunity to make more, which is 182. So I'm gonna confirm that as my take profit instead. I'm not sure why I had price take profit here, but as you can see, the lowest should get taken out. So my take profit would be 182, which means just based off of this sell alone, we should be looking at equity right now. My balance is around 138 because of the, you know, minor L's I took. I didn't even mention to you guys the AUD CAD one L that I took, but I'll update you guys on that one after I finish calculating this. But this is what 180, 182. So 182. Okay, so my equity based off of this NZD CAD or NZD JPY trade should bring the account's equity to 320. And then not only that, this AUD CAD trade, I did enter, I completely honest with you guys, I entered as soon as this candle closed. Because if you look at the 2 hour time frame, what happened is the market structure, and this is look, if you look at my, I hope I'm not moving too fast for you guys. I don't want to bore you guys, right? Because I want to make sure I'm providing value. I'm providing you guys with enough value. Um, I hope you guys are learning things from what I'm teaching and or showing you guys at least. I may teach, most of these types of like ways to even like because my goal is to be a trading coach, but I cannot be a trading coach until I prove to people that I am a profitable trader. So until then, we're just gonna we're just gonna show the trading journal. And I'm gonna give you guys live visuals, live news, live updates on YouTube here on my channel based on how things are going. And then in the future, we can we can see whether it makes sense to work with each other or not. And I just think that's fair. I don't think it's fair for people to, not be successful, trader, be something like I don't know if a guru is considered a fake trader or not, but be like a guru. I know that word guru has like a negative connotation, but I just don't have any. It doesn't sit right with me to not be a successful and profitable trader to teach people how to do what I'm doing. I would rather take the L's until I take enough W's to show others that my W's are worth the investment. Most likely, I mean, I might have a private group, so I don't want to be for everyone when I become a successful trader. I think it's going to be an exclusive private group, and I know for sure I'm going to want to work with people across the entire world, not just the US. The US is where I'm based. But yeah, um, back to AUD CAD. So I'll be honest with you guys. In addition to the L that I, what, four L's or three L's that I took on NZDJPY just because I got stopped out, I closed position, I spread took me out. Now I'm in a fourth trade for NZDJPY, which is totally completely against my uh, trading plan. But this AUD CAD trade, I know I went wrong with where I mean, this is not even something, it's not even like terrible, but it was a 1 to 3, right? And I did risk the 5%. When price started shooting up to this area, immediately, like I just came out and then just re-entered just because of the risk to reward. The risk to reward is a 1 to 10. So instead of a 1 to 3, I I got higher lot size with the higher um RR, 1 to 10. So instead of a 1 to 3, 1 to 10 with more of my lot, like more lots for the position. So these are the two trades that I'm actively in right now. I'm not sure if by the time you guys see this video, you guys can also catch these trades. Um, I'm not a financial advisor, but these two trades, like I've literally been waiting a whole week for these literally these two trades to happen, and it looks like they're happening right in our faces live because especially on AUD CAD, you can see that not only on the 30-minute but also on the 1 hour and 2 hour time frame. Within my daily, I think this is a weekly area of interest actually. Yeah, so within my weekly area of interest, if you go to the 2 hour time frame, you can literally see that price. Look at this. For one, price closed above this high right here. If you look at this right here, you can see price closed above it. So this is a new high. With this being a new high, we already knew that this was the low. So low, high, low, or higher low, higher high, right? This right here is a higher high. And then this is what breaks the structure. Retest. We're literally right there, which means we should be taking this price down to our TP. If that makes sense, comment. I don't know. Just comment something. Comment W's. If it doesn't, um, I don't know. I also don't know what to tell you. But I mean, I really, I don't know really what else to say. Other than that, I am looking at GBP CHF. Honestly, GBP CHF and gold is in our area of interest, but we're gonna have to wait for a 15-minute to pull, do market structure shift so that we can take price to the downside. And I mean, based on where price is right now, if I were to anticipate the RR, you really can't yet, but this can give you an idea. So you can get an idea by taking the low, pushing your stop loss above the high, and then pulling your tool down to the low. So this is give or take a 1 to 6. As you can see, it's closer to, 7. I gave it some wiggle room, 1 to 6, maybe 1 to 5. So maybe a 1 to 5 to 1 to 7. But the gold trade, you can see, oh, never mind. So the 15-minute is still bearish because this is the high. This is the high for the 15-minute time frame, and this is the low. This is fluff. This is fluff. This is fluff. What else is fluff? I think that's one of the hardest parts. I think traders really don't know what's fluff from what's not fluff, and that is probably the biggest hurdle that a lot of traders have to break through. But um that is pretty much all that I'm looking at. In order for this to go bullish, price would have to close above here, this high right here, or price would have to push down from where it's at, or it might come up here. As long as it doesn't close above this high, it might even wick and then come back. Now, if price drops and then it'll have to take this out in order, and then it might create a 15-minute time frame or market structure shift here, so you can take it and push price up to create a newer high. And then that would mean that we could get about a 1 to 6. But we cannot, like, this is, again, this is just hypothetical metrics that I'm putting out here. So don't, look at this and just say, okay, well, you said it was a 1 to 6. The move has to happen first in order for you to anticipate uh what the risk to the what the actual risk to reward is. Because right off the bat, I can tell you that this is gonna give 1 to 23, just because this is literally where I entered. As you can see on my account on my trade locker, that is where I entered on NZDJPY. It's going to give me a 1 to 23, especially if you look at the stop loss, which is -$9, and the take profit, which is up 131.4% of the account's equity. So I hope this was an educational video for you guys. As always, I want to give value. Time is money, and I'm not here to waste anybody's time. I'm just here to spread value, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't talk too slow. I hope I didn't talk too fast. If you guys have any more feedback you want to give me based on the videos that I put out there every week, every other day. Realistically, it's like every week. I really don't post videos like every other day. But if you guys have any feedback, I'm like the best person for, like, what is it? I think it's like criticism or something like that. Is it self-criticism or something like that? I'm like the best person for honest criticism. I think that's what it is. Like especially in sales, I want to know what I'm doing wrong in sales because that's what helps me get better. And I think you can tell based on the way that I communicate. I'm 23 and people think that based on the way that I communicate over the phones, closing insurance sales, a lot of times, based on how I communicate, they think that I'm way older. But a lot of other times they say, oh, you're, young and stuff like that, just because they can, hear that I'm probably in my 20s. Um, so yeah.